The variable speed switch in your cordless tool performs a couple of functions. First, it allows you to turn the tool on and off and adjust the motor speed. And second, it allows you to change the direction the motor rotates. Over time, the switch can wear out, either not turning on or losing its ability to vary the speed of the motor. Replacing the variable speed switch is a repair that you can do yourself, and I'm going to show you how.
Hi, I'm Mark Socha.
Do-it-yourself repairs like these are easier than you might think. From lawn machines to cordless drills, kitchen mixers,
Outdoor grills.
our how-to videos walk you through each repair from start to finish. So doing it yourself means never having to do it alone.
Let's get started.
I'll begin by removing the rear cover. Next, the side cover. I'll remove 2 of the screws that secure the transmission to the housing. And now I can separate the housing. Now I'll remove the other 2 screws that are holding the transmission to the housing. With the screws removed, I can pull this unit away from the housing. As I do, I want to be careful that I don't lose the 2 small springs on the underside of the selector. Now I'll remove the tension springs from the brushes. Now I can remove the transmission and motor assembly from the housing. Now I can remove the brush holder from the housing. And I'll pull the switch away from the housing as well. I'll note the location of each of the lead wires and remove them from the switch. Now I'll remove the switch. As I pull the switch away from the housing, I'll need to disconnect the wires. 3 from the terminal, and the wiring harness that goes to the LED light. I'll also remove the heatsink. Now I can install the new switch. I'll reattach the heatsink. And I'll route these wires into the holders on this side of the switch. Now reconnect the wires to the terminal. First the red, the yellow wire, it goes in the center, and the black wire. I'll place this assembly back into the housing and reconnect the harness for the LED light. I want to make sure I have all the wires tucked out of the way so they won't get pinched by the housings during reassembly. Now reconnect the wire leads to the switch. Start with the red wire. And then the black. As I place the switch back into the housing, I want to make sure that I align the direction selector with the tab on the switch. And I'll place the brush holder back into the slot on the housing. Now reinstall the selector lever. On the transmission, there's a post that has a small tab that aligns with one of the springs. To install the selector, I'll align the post on the transmission with the two springs on the selector. Now I can place the gearbox and motor assembly back into the housing. As I do, I need to align the notch on the yoke with the tab on the housing. I'll align the commutator with the brush holder. Make sure that the selector slides into the housing. And rotate the yoke around so that it also aligns with the housing. Now I'll place the brush springs back onto the brushes. And now I'll reinstall the housing. And now reinstall the rear cover. And now you know how to install a new switch in your cordless drill. Be sure to check back often for new videos and expert advice. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up
And leave a comment.